Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. This review is for the movie called 15 Minutes of War. This is a 2019 film. It was released last August. Uh, the rating is TV 14, so it must have been made for TV, I guess. But I was able to watch on a platform that is not TV, so I figure it's a real movie. This runs an hour and 38 minutes, and it stars. I'm going to try. Albin Lenoir, Olga Kurilenko, Sebastian Lalande. We'll try Lalande. And the description. In February 1976, in Djibouti, a school bus was taken hostage at the Somali border. The GIGN is sent on the spot. After 30 hours of tension, a rescue operation is organized. This is 15 Minutes of War. Well, thank you everybody for watching this video. If you'd like any bonus content, I do have my Facebook page up and running called Danny's Movies and Music. You can check that out and get some bonus content, especially the Netflix movies I watch and some singing videos that I put up there. Um, like I said, this came out this last year. And so it's newer and it's exciting to be able to watch some new movies since people are complaining that we have nothing to watch, but theaters should be opening soon. And I'm not usually a big advocate for movies like this because we get so many war movies. And most of them are the same where, people are fighting each other and they're outmanned and somehow they win. But this is different. This is a situational national emergency, and the way that you have to go about this is very strategic. The way you have to present this is very diplomatic, and so you can't make it become a situation bigger than what it is, and you have to get the best snipers to kind of handle the situation quietly, and that's what the movie's kind of about. So right off the bat, it's more interesting than most war movies I see because this isn't really about war. It's about a situation in time. 15 minutes is the name of the movie. The description says 30 hours of tension because that's how long it takes to wait this out. It's a good timeline. I feel that when I'm watching a movie. It can draw on, in these hostage situations, but they kind of keep things moving appropriately, and the correct conversations are being had and everything. So, yeah, it's a very appropriate movie. The downside is that most of it, I'd say 90% of the movie is subtitled, but that other 10% of people speaking English really helps someone like me. It might not bother other people so much, but it's just hard for me to read subtitles and get into a movie. So when I hear English in this movie, I was actually pretty excited because I was able to get most of what's going on through the subtitles and trying to read and trying to get people's emotions and all this. But then there's other times where I can just sit back and really grasp the movie and what's going on. And, I really wanted to be a part of this situation. So that part is a plus, having English somewhat. It really helps. And then the efficiency of this movie, I could just tell that it was really well done. They have a scene where somebody's walking across this vehicle, and then they have a scene like somebody walking out of a room in a house, and it's just like really cool transitions, really smooth effects. They have a lot of stuff going on, and I could just really appreciate the well-being of the movie and that it was in good hands. Whoever was the director of this really good job, because I could just relax watching the movie, not really having to worry about, oh, what's wrong here and here and here. The explosions were good, gunfire was good, acting was good. I really appreciate the well doneness of the movie. And then the other thing that it kind of had that kind of alleviated things and took the stress of reading subtitles away was how amusing the movie is. The characters joking around with each other, some of the situations, some of the manly, I have to be better than you kind of stuff. Just it's all appropriate. It's really well done in that department, and it helps alleviate other concerns by having a little bit of humor here and there, especially in a tense movie like this. Sometimes you want the movie to be tense the whole time, but that's no fun, because then you're just like, oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen the whole time? And you're just like worried and stressed, and this helps, I think, alleviate that stress. It also has a lot of music playing during things. It has a moment or two of slow motion. Um, there's just a lot of preparedness, and it's really effective. I just enjoyed all of it, and it helps us when we see what soldiers go through to get ready for a situation. It's just like a real big Hollywood type movie, like a Ocean's 12 or something kind of movie. It just helps to be able to see what's behind the scenes of them getting all this stuff ready. When it's not time for a sniper to be doing his thing, what is he talking about? What is he doing? I just liked all the aspects of this movie for the most part. There's not too much bad about it, except for the subtitles, and the Somali actors are not that great, but they do their part. The general, he says what he has to say to be a general type of person, but I think the diplomatic stuff gets in the way of this movie, but it has to be there because every country is going to be worried about it. I think the fact that this is based on a true story, but at the end they kind of tell us that it wasn't that big a deal. Like, you'll just, if you see it for yourself, which I hope you do, it kind of gives us a little blurb at the end. I think that brought it down for me a little bit, because this seems like such a great movie, but historically it's not that big of an event, and I just think we need to pick and choose the events that we tell the stories of, which I appreciate this one, but then they seem to shoot themselves in the foot by telling us that it wasn't that big of a deal. And so, I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. And like with France and Somalia, at the beginning of the movie, we seem to understand that they're like 100 yards from the border. It's like, why don't the Somalians just go over the border? The whole movie I was kind of wondering that. So, in the end of things, I don't think I want to watch this again, which is tough, because I really appreciate how well done the movie is. So for that reason, I have to give this my best grade for not being something I want to rewatch, which is a B plus. I really do want to suggest watching it. If you are into these type of movies whatsoever, it's not that bloody. It's not very much language. It's just a nice, really well done movie that is probably a one-time viewing. So I'm gonna give it a B plus to 15 Minutes of War, and I hope you're able to find it and seek it out and watch it. Thanks, guys. My name is Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. Enjoy your movies. Try and give this one a seek out. Thanks, guys. See you next time.